People with kidney concerns often feel like they are doing everything right. They cut out red meat, they avoid salty foods, they stay hydrated, and some even give up coffee just to protect their kidneys. Yet despite all of this effort, their lab results still show rising creatinine levels and a gradual drop in GFR. It feels frustrating and unfair, almost like nothing they do really makes a difference. This situation is more common than most people realize, and it leaves many searching for answers. If the big lifestyle changes are already in place, what is being missed? One of the most overlooked areas is breakfast. It doesn't look like the obvious culprit because it's just the first meal of the day, but in reality, it can set the tone for how your kidneys function over the next 24 hours. Breakfast is not just fuel for energy, it's the first message your body receives in the morning. If that message is heavy, full of ingredients that cause inflammation or spike waste products, then the kidneys are forced into overdrive before the day even starts. No amount of clean eating later in the day can completely undo that early burden. This is why so many people feel stuck. They are careful about lunch and dinner, but miss the hidden pressure point of breakfast. What makes this even trickier is that many healthy breakfasts are not actually kidney-friendly. Foods like certain cereals, flavored yogurts, or even so-called energy drinks are packed with hidden sodium, phosphorus, or potassium that quietly stress the kidneys. Others, like refined breads or sugary spreads, cause quick spikes in blood sugar, which indirectly increase the kidney's workload. So, while someone might think they are starting the day in a smart way, the opposite is happening inside their body. The good news is that fixing this doesn't require complicated diets or expensive supplements. It comes down to choosing the right morning meals, ones that are proven to lower inflammation, reduce the toxic load, and keep creatinine under control. There are 5 simple breakfast options that stand out. They are easy to prepare, affordable, and supported by research as well as real results from people who have seen their kidney numbers stabilize and even improve. Along with these meals, a few morning rituals can multiply the benefits and make the difference between ongoing decline and real progress. What if the food you think is harmless is actually pushing your kidneys harder before your day even begins? That's the shift in thinking that changes everything. And the first breakfast on this list is so simple, yet so overlooked, it's quietly turned lab numbers around for thousands. 1 bowl, 3 ingredients, and suddenly your kidneys breathe easier. That's the power of a carefully built breakfast that looks simple on the surface, but works deeply inside your body. The combination of steel-cut oats, blueberries, and chia seeds with unsweetened almond milk has quietly become a trusted option for people who want to keep creatinine down and protect GFR. It isn't about following trends or buying into the latest superfood hype. It's about using foods that reduce kidney stress rather than add to it, and the science behind this bowl explains why it works so consistently. Let's start with the oats. Not all oats are created equal. The kind that come in quick cook packets are highly processed, often loaded with sugar or sodium, and digest very quickly, which leads to spikes in blood sugar. Steel-cut oats, on the other hand, are less processed, digest slowly, and give your body a steady release of energy. This slow digestion means your kidneys aren't suddenly flooded with metabolic waste all at once. More importantly, steel-cut oats are rich in a special kind of fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. These microbes form part of what's called the gut-kidney axis, a feedback loop where gut health directly impacts kidney health. When the gut is balanced, less toxin byproduct reaches the kidneys, which lightens their workload. Something as simple as switching from instant oats to steel-cut oats can reduce pressure on your kidneys day after day. Then come the blueberries. These small berries pack more kidney-protective compounds than their size suggests. They're low in potassium, which makes them safe even for people who need to be cautious about mineral intake, but they are rich in anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that helps reduce oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is one of the hidden drivers of kidney decline because it damages delicate tissue and leads to scarring over time. By adding a handful of blueberries, you're not just getting flavor, you're actively shielding your kidneys from further harm. If blueberries aren't available, strawberries or apples can be swapped in without losing the core benefits. The goal is to keep fruit choices low in potassium while still giving your body antioxidants. Now add chia seeds to the mix. Chia may look like a trendy food, but the benefits are backed by real data. Just 1 spoonful provides soluble fiber, plant-based protein, and omega-3 fatty acids. Soluble fiber slows digestion and helps keep blood sugar steady, which reduces strain on the kidneys. The omega-3 seconds in chia fight inflammation throughout the body. And since inflammation is a key reason GFR falls over time, this makes chia an ally in kidney care. Another overlooked benefit is hydration. Chia seeds absorb water and form a gel-like texture when soaked. This helps your body hold onto fluid in a healthy way, keeping your system balanced without overwhelming the kidneys. Preparation is simple but important. Steel-cut oats and chia seeds should be soaked overnight in either water or unsweetened almond milk. This soaking process breaks down anti-nutrients and makes them easier to digest. Using almond milk instead of dairy is a key step because dairy is often high in phosphorus, which is hard on kidneys that are already under stress. Almond milk provides creaminess without the overload. By the morning, you have a bowl that's not only easy to digest but also gentle on your kidneys. But here's where many people make a mistake. They prepare this bowl correctly and then ruin it by adding sugar, honey, or flavored syrups. Even small amounts can spike blood sugar, increase metabolic waste, and cancel out the benefits. The smarter way is to add natural spices like cinnamon or crushed cloves. These not only add sweetness and warmth but also bring their own anti-inflammatory effects. A sprinkle of cinnamon on top can transform the flavor while still keeping the bowl kidney-friendly. What makes this breakfast powerful is that it doesn't overload your system while still keeping you full. The oats provide steady energy, the blueberries protect your kidneys at the cellular level, and the chia supports digestion and hydration. It's a balanced meal that works quietly in the background, reducing strain while giving your body what it needs to start the day strong. Many people who consistently eat this kind of breakfast notice more stable lab numbers over time, not because it's magic, but because it reduces daily pressure on the kidneys in a way that builds up week after week. It's easy to dismiss a simple bowl of oats, fruit, and seeds as too basic to matter, but the truth is that the most effective kidney foods are often the least complicated. They work not by shocking your system, but by supporting it steadily. One bowl in the morning won't change your numbers overnight, but when repeated daily, it can create a foundation for healthier kidneys and a more stable GFR. But not everyone craves something sweet in the morning, so what if you want savory comfort that still protects your kidneys? The world's simplest pan recipe that feels indulgent yet keeps creatinine steady. That's exactly what a veggie egg white scramble can be, when made the right way. Most people know that protein is important for repair and energy, but they don't always realize how much the type of protein matters when kidneys are under stress. Whole eggs, for example, deliver protein but also come with phosphorus and cholesterol, which can add unnecessary strain. Egg whites, on the other hand, provide clean, high-quality protein without the phosphorus load. This makes them one of the safest and most efficient protein sources for people watching creatinine and GFR. Here's why egg whites stand out. They contain all the essential amino acids your body needs to maintain muscle and repair tissue, yet they do it without overloading your kidneys with waste byproducts. The phosphorus and fat in the yolk are what create problems, not the protein itself. By sticking to 3 or 4 whites, you give your body the repair material it needs while keeping the meal light and kidney-friendly. The result is nutrition without the penalty. Of course, a plate of plain egg whites would be boring, which is why vegetables make all the difference. Start with onions and red bell peppers. Both are naturally low in potassium, so they're safe even for people with strict dietary restrictions. Onions bring sulfur compounds that support detox pathways, which gives the body a head start in clearing waste. Red peppers add vitamin C and antioxidants that calm inflammation, which is one of the root causes of declining kidney function. Then, add cabbage as a side or light mix-in. Cabbage is hydrating, low in potassium, and high in compounds that support both gut and kidney health. Together, these vegetables turn a plain scramble into a colorful, satisfying plate that supports filtration instead of stressing it. The cooking fat you choose also matters more than people realize. Butter and margarine are common choices, but both bring saturated fats and additives that your kidneys don't need. The better option is olive oil, especially extra virgin. Olive oil is rich in polyphenols that protect blood vessels, improve circulation, and reduce oxidative stress. This is important because healthy blood flow is directly tied to kidney function. Using just a teaspoon in the pan gives you the flavor and texture you want without hidden damage. Spices are another area where small choices create big results. Instead of reaching for salt, try turmeric or garlic powder. Turmeric has natural anti-inflammatory compounds, while garlic powder adds flavor and supports vascular health. Both make the scramble taste rich without sodium, which is a leading driver of high blood pressure and kidney stress. A sprinkle of black pepper can be added for flavor balance, but avoid pre-mixed seasoning blends since they often contain hidden phosphates or potassium additives. Where many people go wrong is in trying to improve this simple recipe by adding ingredients that quietly undo its benefits. Tossing in even one whole yolk adds more than 85 milligrams of phosphorus along with saturated fat. Cheese might make the dish richer, but it almost always carries added sodium and phosphate preservatives. Butter seems harmless in small amounts, but over time it contributes to the same problems. The point of this meal is to deliver protein that your body can use without producing excess waste. Each of these extras shifts the balance in the wrong direction. What makes the veggie egg white scramble so useful is that it's flexible and quick. It takes less than 10 minutes from pan to plate, and it can be customized based on what vegetables you have on hand. If you prefer variety, you can prep a batch of sautéed onions and peppers ahead of time and simply add egg whites when you're ready to cook. This makes it practical for busy mornings while still giving your kidneys the relief they need. Pairing the scramble with a side of cucumber slices or lightly steamed cabbage makes the plate more filling without adding risk. This breakfast is proof that kidney-smart meals, you don't have to be complicated or restrictive. By focusing on clean protein, colorful vegetables, and the right spices, you create a dish that feels like comfort food but actually lightens the load on your kidneys. It's a meal you can repeat often without guilt, knowing that it supports your health in a very direct way. For people who worry about losing strength while protecting their kidneys, this kind of balanced protein source offers the best of both worlds. But what if you don't have time to cook or even sit down? In just 2 minutes, this blend can calm oxidative stress before your day even starts. That's the power of a kidney-safe smoothie when it's built with the right ingredients. Smoothies are often seen as a health food, but not every blend is kidney-friendly. Many common recipes contain hidden traps, like high-potassium fruits or protein powders that quietly raise creatinine and strain the kidneys. The key is not skipping smoothies altogether, but choosing the right base and mix-ins so you get all the benefits without the risks. Start with unsweetened almond milk. This is the safest base because it's naturally low in potassium and phosphorus, while still providing a creamy texture. Unlike cow's milk, which often contains phosphorus that kidneys struggle to process, almond milk keeps the load light. Make sure it's unsweetened and free of additives, since flavored versions often contain hidden sugar and preservatives that add unnecessary stress. A cup of plain almond milk gives you the perfect foundation for a clean, kidney-friendly smoothie. Next, focus on fruits that protect the kidneys instead of pushing them into overdrive. Blueberries are one of the best choices you can make. They are rich in anthocyanins, which are antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress. This is critical because oxidative stress is one of the major reasons GFR drops over time. Red grapes are another excellent option. They contain resveratrol, a compound linked to lower inflammation and better vascular health. Since healthy blood vessels support kidney filtration, grapes bring benefits far beyond taste. Together, blueberries and grapes add natural sweetness, low potassium, and a protective effect that goes straight to the root of kidney issues. To make the smoothie more than just fruit and liquid, seeds are the next key step. A tablespoon of chia seeds or ground flax seeds is enough to transform the drink into a balanced meal. Both are rich in soluble fiber, which slows digestion, reduces blood sugar spikes, and prevents sudden waste overload for the kidneys. They also bring omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation throughout the body. Chia seeds in particular absorb water and expand, helping you feel fuller for longer while also supporting hydration. This small addition turns the smoothie into something that sustains energy instead of causing a crash. You can also add a small handful of spinach. Many people are cautious about greens when dealing with kidney concerns, but in moderate amounts, spinach is safe, especially when balanced with low-potassium fruits. It adds folate, iron, and magnesium, nutrients that support red blood cell production and nerve health, which can be compromised when kidney function declines. Keeping the portions small ensures you get the benefits without tipping the balance. Now, let's look at the mistakes to avoid. Bananas are one of the most common smoothie ingredients, but they are high in potassium and can quietly overload the kidneys. Avocados have the same issue. They're popular in wellness recipes, but their high potassium content makes them risky for people with kidney concerns. Protein powders are another hidden danger. Even the ones marketed as clean often contain phosphate additives or synthetic ingredients that burden the kidneys. Over time, these choices can raise creatinine levels, even if the rest of the smoothie looks healthy. Avoiding them is the difference between a kidney-friendly drink and one that quietly does damage. If you want to boost flavor without risk, try adding a pinch of cinnamon or a squeeze of lemon juice. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar, while lemon supports urinary health, and both add freshness without sugar. The goal is to keep the recipe simple and clean. Too many ingredients or store-bought blends with long labels usually mean trouble. A short, clear list of safe foods is what makes this smoothie effective. What makes this breakfast so practical is that it works for people who are short on time or not very hungry in the morning. Skipping breakfast altogether leaves the body with no support, and it can lead to overeating later in the day. A kidney-safe smoothie solves that problem by delivering hydration, antioxidants, fiber, and clean energy in a quick, easy-to-drink form. It's portable, light on the stomach, and easy to prepare even when you're rushing out the door. This isn't just a drink, it's a way to lower inflammation, stabilize energy, and give your kidneys a break before the day has even begun. When repeated regularly, this simple habit can help slow the rise of creatinine and give your filtration system a steady foundation. But for those who crave something warm, hearty, and textured, there's a breakfast rooted in ancient grains modern diets forgot. A 10-minute grain bowl that fights cravings and protects your filters. That's what buckwheat or bulgur can do when used as the foundation for a kidney-friendly breakfast. Grains are often confusing for people with kidney concerns because some are high in phosphorus and potassium, while others provide steady energy without the overload. Buckwheat and bulgur stand out because they bring the benefits of whole grains, fiber, slow digestion, plant protein, without the hidden risks that come with popular options like brown rice or quinoa. Let's begin with why these grains work so well. Buckwheat is not actually wheat at all, it's a seed. This makes it naturally gluten-free and easier to digest for many people. Its real strength lies in its low phosphorus content, which makes it gentler on the kidneys compared to most other grains. It's also high in soluble fiber, which helps bind waste in the digestive system before it ever reaches the kidneys. This means less burden on filtration and a smoother flow of energy through the day. Bulgur is another excellent option. It's made from cracked wheat that has been pre-cooked and dried, which gives it a soft texture and short cooking time. Like buckwheat, it's low in phosphorus and moderate in potassium, making it a safe, balanced choice. Bulgur also digests slowly, which prevents sudden spikes in blood sugar and avoids the crash that leaves many people reaching for processed snacks later in the day. For someone focused on kidney health, keeping energy steady is just as important as keeping creatinine levels stable. One of the best things about a buckwheat or bulgur bowl is its flexibility. If you prefer something on the sweeter side, chopped apples or unsweetened dried cranberries make excellent additions. Apples are low in potassium and high in pectin, a type of fiber that helps bind and remove waste. Cranberries add antioxidants and urinary tract support, which is especially helpful for people prone to inflammation or infections. Together, these fruits bring flavor and texture while keeping the bowl firmly in the kidney-safe category. If savory foods are more appealing in the morning, this bowl can easily shift directions. Add lightly sautéed red cabbage or cauliflower with a drizzle of olive oil, and you have a Mediterranean-style option that's hearty and filling without stressing your kidneys. Cabbage is hydrating, low in potassium, and full of compounds that reduce inflammation. Cauliflower provides fiber and antioxidants without the phosphorus overload of grains like brown rice. Olive oil ties everything together with healthy fats that support blood vessels and protect against oxidative stress. A sprinkle of garlic powder or parsley can enhance flavor without sodium. The beauty of this breakfast is not just in its safety, but in its ability to keep you full for hours. The slow-digesting carbs prevent cravings and give you balanced energy throughout the morning. Unlike processed cereals or breads, which spike blood sugar and create more waste for your kidneys to handle, buckwheat and bulgur give you a stable rhythm. That stability is what prevents unnecessary strain and keeps GFR from declining as quickly. Here's where many people make a mistake. They assume that all whole grains are safe, but that isn't true. Brown rice and quinoa are often marketed as healthy choices, but both are higher in phosphorus than most people realize. For someone with kidney concerns, that extra phosphorus adds up and can quietly raise creatinine levels over time. The same is true for some multigrain blends that look nutritious but actually contain a mix of high-risk grains. Choosing buckwheat or bulgur avoids this trap and gives you the benefits of whole grains without the hidden cost. Another advantage is practicality. Both grains can be cooked in bulk and stored in the refrigerator for easy reheating. This makes them perfect for meal prep. In less than 10 minutes, you can put together a warm breakfast that's satisfying, safe, and adaptable to your mood: sweet one day, savory the next. A dash of cinnamon or nutmeg can make the sweet version more flavorful, while olive oil and herbs can make the savory version more comforting. This breakfast shows that kidney care doesn't mean giving up variety or enjoyment. It's about making small, smart swaps that lower the load without lowering your quality of life. With buckwheat or bulgur, you get a grain base that supports your body instead of working against it, all in a form that's easy, affordable, and versatile. But what if you want something cold, refreshing, and portable, something you can scoop on the go? Sometimes the best kidney breakfast comes in layers: simple, cooling, and gut-soothing. A plant-based yogurt parfait is one of those meals that feels light and refreshing, but still delivers the support your kidneys need. It's the kind of breakfast you can prepare in minutes, take with you, or enjoy as a snack later in the day. Unlike many traditional parfaits made with dairy yogurt, flavored syrups, and granola loaded with additives, this version is carefully built to keep phosphorus, potassium, and sodium low while still being satisfying. The base is where it all begins. Almond or coconut yogurt works best because these plant-based options are naturally lower in phosphorus and potassium compared to dairy. Regular yogurt often contains phosphate additives and hormones that can quietly stress the kidneys, even when lab results look fine in the short term. Almond and coconut yogurt avoid that problem, and when you choose unsweetened, unflavored versions, you also steer clear of hidden sugars and preservatives. These yogurts are easier on digestion, which matters because the gut and kidneys are closely connected. When the gut is calm, the kidneys carry less of the inflammatory burden. Next come the fruit layers. Apples are one of the safest fruits for kidney health. They are low in potassium and high in pectin, a soluble fiber that helps bind toxins in the digestive tract so they can be removed before reaching the kidneys. Strawberries add another layer of protection with antioxidants and vitamin C while being gentle on mineral levels. Pineapple is a third option that not only brings brightness and sweetness, but also contains bromelain, a natural compound that supports protein digestion and eases inflammation. Each fruit brings something unique, and together they make the parfait flavorful and kidney-friendly. Granola is often seen as a standard parfait topping, but here is where caution is critical. Many granolas contain nuts, dried fruits, sweeteners, or additives that can overload the kidneys. Nuts in particular are high in phosphorus and potassium, making them risky for anyone watching creatinine levels. Chocolate chips or flavored clusters are another hidden problem, as they often contain oxalates and added sugar. The better approach is to use a very light sprinkle of kidney-safe granola or plain rolled oats that are unsweetened. This adds crunch and texture without the hidden dangers. The goal is clean layering yogurt, fruit, and grains that support digestion without piling on stress. One of the biggest strengths of this breakfast is its portability. You can prepare it in a small jar or container, take it to work, or keep it as a midday snack. There's no heating, no complicated prep, and no cleanup beyond a spoon. This makes it easy to stay consistent, and consistency is what really makes a difference for kidney health. Skipping breakfast or grabbing something processed on the go often leads to blood sugar spikes or extra sodium intake. A plant-based yogurt parfait solves that problem by being quick, safe, and satisfying. Another important benefit is gut support. Many people underestimate how much digestive health affects kidney function. When the gut lining is irritated or inflamed, the kidneys feel the pressure as toxins circulate more freely. By starting the day with a cooling, gut-friendly option like plant-based yogurt layered with fruits and oats, you reduce that inflammation and improve overall balance. Over time, this can translate into more stable GFR and less upward creep of creatinine. Small adjustments can make the parfait even more effective. A pinch of cinnamon adds flavor and helps with blood sugar control. Fresh mint leaves can bring a refreshing twist without any additives. Keeping the ingredients fresh and simple ensures you get maximum benefit with minimal risk. This is not about chasing trendy toppings or making the parfait look Instagram-worthy. It's about supporting your kidneys in a reliable, practical way. This breakfast also works as a bridge between meals. If long gaps without food make you tired or lead to overeating later, a parfait can keep you steady. It provides fiber, hydration, and antioxidants in a light but filling way. Every spoonful reinforces the message to your body that it's being supported, not stressed. That's the kind of signal your kidneys respond to positively over time. Plant-based yogurt parfaits show that kidney-friendly meals don't need to be complicated or restrictive. They can be tasty, portable, and versatile, while still respecting the limits your kidneys need. Sometimes the simplest meals are the ones that stick because they're easy to repeat day after day. But food is only half the story. Pair these meals with the right rituals, and you multiply their power. The habits before your first bite matter as much as the food itself. Even the best kidney-friendly breakfasts work better when they're paired with small morning rituals that lighten the kidney's load and prepare the body for a stable day. These habits don't require special equipment or long routines. They're simple choices that, when repeated consistently, can multiply the impact of what you eat. The first ritual is hydration. Before you take your first bite of food, drink a full glass of clean, room-temperature water. After several hours of sleep, the body wakes up slightly dehydrated. This means the kidneys have to concentrate waste more heavily, which adds unnecessary strain. Rehydrating gently in the morning helps flush toxins, improves blood flow to the kidneys, and gives them a softer start to the day. If plain water feels unappealing, mild herbal teas like peppermint, chamomile, or nettle can be used in moderation. These soothe the system without overstimulating it the way coffee sometimes can. The goal is to restore balance, not to shock the body awake. The second ritual is managing sodium early in the day. Many people unknowingly sabotage their kidneys by reaching for salty foods at breakfast. Boxed cereals, processed breads, cheese spreads, and even so-called healthy breakfast bars often contain hidden sodium. This causes fluid retention and blood pressure spikes right when the kidneys are getting started. By keeping your first meal of the day very low in sodium, you allow your kidneys to start filtering smoothly without extra pressure. If you're going to eat something salty, save it for later in the day when your system has already had a calmer start. Another often overlooked habit is how you eat, not just what you eat. Eating slowly and chewing thoroughly reduces the amount of work your digestive system has to do later. The less strain on digestion, the fewer waste byproducts your kidneys have to clear. Slow eating also helps regulate appetite and prevents the fatigue that comes from rushing through meals. Creating a calm environment while eating, putting down your phone, turning off the television, and sitting quietly helps regulate the nervous system. A calm body digests food more efficiently, which means fewer toxins circulating to stress the kidneys. These small changes may not feel dramatic in the moment, but repeated daily, they create a rhythm that supports long-term kidney health. The fourth ritual is tracking patterns. Many people guess about what foods or habits affect their kidneys, but patterns only become clear when they're written down. Keeping a simple note on your phone or a small pad near the kitchen can help. Record what you had for breakfast, how you felt an hour later, and any symptoms you noticed. Over time, you may find that certain meals give you steady energy, while others leave you sluggish or bloated. This kind of personal tracking makes it easier to stick with the breakfasts and rituals that work best for your body. It also gives you a clearer picture to discuss with your doctor if needed. When you combine these rituals with kidney-smart breakfasts, you give your body a strong foundation each morning. Hydration clears waste gently. Low sodium keeps blood pressure steady. Slow eating and calm focus reduce internal stress. Tracking patterns personalizes the process so you can repeat what works and avoid what doesn't. None of these habits are complicated, but together they act as reinforcements for your kidneys. And when you bring it all together, meals, rituals, and mindset, you shift from managing decline to building resilience. Your kidneys may be silent, but your choices speak loudly every single day. The past sections have shown how the first meal of your day can either lighten the kidneys' load or quietly push them closer to decline. We covered 5 breakfasts that stand out not just because they're safe, but because they actively support better filtration. Steel-cut oats with blueberries and chia deliver steady energy and antioxidants while protecting the gut-kidney axis. The Veggie egg white scramble provides clean protein without the phosphorus overload of yolks or cheese. A kidney-safe smoothie, built on almond milk, grapes, and seeds, gives hydration and anti-inflammatory support in minutes. Buckwheat or bulgur bowls offer hearty fiber and low-phosphorus grains that fight cravings without stressing your kidneys. Finally, the plant-based yogurt parfait brings a cooling, portable option that soothes digestion and provides antioxidants in every layer. Alongside these breakfasts, we also looked at small morning rituals that multiply their effects. Drinking water before food helps rehydrate the system after sleep. Avoiding sodium first thing gives the kidneys a smooth start instead of an uphill battle. Eating slowly in a calm environment improves digestion and lowers internal stress, while tracking patterns helps you find exactly what works for your body. Together, these meals and rituals create a foundation for kidney stability. The common thread is clear. Each option focuses on hydration, fiber, anti-inflammatory compounds, and simplicity. These are the elements that help reduce creatinine levels and support a healthier GFR. None of them require rare ingredients, expensive supplements, or complicated cooking. They work because they send the right message to your body every morning. Less strain, more support, steady energy. When repeated day after day, these small shifts add up. They don't just help in the moment. They create conditions for long-term protection. This is where mindset matters. Kidney care isn't about chasing a perfect number or fearing every food choice. It's about sending consistent signals of support so your kidneys aren't fighting alone. When you approach breakfast and your mornings with that intention, you move from reacting to lab results to leading your health forward. It's not about perfection. It's about steady, repeatable actions that give your kidneys space to function. Now it's your turn. Which of these 5 breakfasts will you try first? Share it in the comments so others can learn from your choice. And if this guide has helped, subscribe and stay tuned. Because while today, we focused on what helps, next time we'll reveal the breakfast mistakes that silently destroy kidneys. And next time, we'll reveal the breakfast habits that can either save your kidneys or silently destroy them.